actually become my install macro button. Right click, and then you're gonna assign macro, and the install macro is assigned to that. Now, to go from a list, if you're working in these lists, it's very important that you pay attention to the headings, and you will see when you see the funnel, it means that this has been filtered, so you're not seeing everything. If you click on it, it shows you that you're only seeing the install. So you have to be careful. Typically when I'm working with these lists, when I go to start, I go and I hit clear, which removes all the filters that pre-exist. Alright, so that's a good habit to develop. And you glance real quick here to see if you're seeing any funnel like you have here, right? So let me just redo that. So to get to install, you can either do this, deselect, select, hit OK, right? Or our macro button should take us there. So if you're doing that constantly, right? Like for instance, I want to be able to get to the stuff that's assigned to me at the click of a button. So I'm going to record a macro. To record a macro, developer tab, record macro. I'm going to call this one Rohan. And then once you give it a name, every step you take thereafter until you hit stop recording, it's going to do for you. What I wanted to do, I wanted to come to point person and I wanted to deselect all and just show me what's assigned to Rohan. Alright, and I'm done. That's what I wanted to do. Now, since I already have this, I can either duplicate it by right clicking and doing right click, copy and paste. Sorry, it's copying the cell and not the shape. Let's click on the shape, copy the shape and paste the shape. Sorry, we're just a little finicky right there. Now, to change the name, double click inside and delete. And I want to change this now to Rohan. Let's say I want to even change the fill color to blue, or lighter blue, or to whatever you want to do. You can be creative with that. Go ahead and stick it over there. Let's make the font black so it pops. And I want to now clear everything. I want to assign the macro I just recorded to this. So you right click on it, then you assign macro, and you want to assign the macro Rohan to that. Alright, once you have it assigned, when you click on this, it should zoom in just to what is Rohan. Now, a common thing that you're going to do, you're going to always be clearing all. Alright, you may be going from that to that. And you want to be able to clear all. So, let's record a macro for clearing all. Right? So you go developer, record macro, you're going to name it. Clear all, it doesn't allow you to put a space. And your macro, all your macro is going to do is clear all. And that's it. So then you do back to the developer tab, stop recording. Now you have the clear all macro recorded. You want to be able to play it back on a button, insert, shape. Let's use a triangle over here for clear. Alright, change the shape. Assign this by right clicking on it, assign macro, clear all, hit OK. Alright, so if I'm in Rohan and I want to clear all, then I do that. If I'm in install and I want to clear all, then I do that. It's always good to go through the clear all. You may end up getting some of these errors depending on the sequence and some of the higher level programming, but just ignore that end it, move on. It just means you're doing something that probably is already done, or it can't perform that function for whatever reason. So that gives you Rohan, clear all. That gives you install, clear all. And there's nothing to stop you from doing more complicated things. So if you want to look at just the stuff that has emails sent, that the entire team is responsible for, maybe the stuff that nobody is doing because everybody is responsible for it, then you can create 2 steps within that macro. So don't be afraid to do that. Now, this video has been a little longer than I typically have these videos, but I think if you invest the time to learn these skills, you're going to find that they're going to pay off significantly when you go to use them together. Alright, so reach out to me if you have any questions, if anything is unclear. Let's see real quick. We looked at how to add colors to a tab, and I have my Dropbox. And we looked at how to create a reference sheet, which is just adding a sheet. We looked at how to create a table. We looked at how to enter data in a table, which I think you all knew before. How to create a Dropbox so you can control what goes in the table. And like right here, I'm only allowed to put a yes or a no. And if you notice, once I change this to a yes, it automatically goes to green, which is a basic function. You highlight the range that you want to function like that, and then you go to conditional formatting and you say highlight cell. You want it, if it's equal to a yes, I want it to become red text. Right? Highlighted, and conditional formatting. If it's equal to a no, I want it to become yellow with dark yellow text. Right, so it automatically, if I change this to a no, it will automatically change to whatever the no is supposed to be. So I use this a lot, and typically I use it with yeses and nos, with the yeses being green and the nos being red. Alright, so we did do how to use and create filter, how to copy a cell. No, we didn't look at this, how to copy a cell and fill the sequence. Let's look at that real quick. What if I wanted to, I have a bunch of things for 1111. Once you have that typed in one cell, you then move your cursor to the bottom right. When it becomes a plus sign, you click and drag. And it does a couple of things. It can continue a sequence, or it can copy the same. And you select by clicking on this drop box here, and you say you either click on copy cells or you click on fill series. So by clicking here and I click on copy cells, it will then copy the first one. Or if I click on fill series, it then continues the sequence. Alright? So you can utilize that. And again, it can do interesting things. If you like have 1, 3, 5 and you wanted to continue that sequence, you highlight the entire range. Bottom right, click and hold, drag down, then it continues that sequence. Or if you wanted to copy cells, it will copy the 135, 135, 135. So again, it allows you to enter data more quickly when you're doing multiple things, alright? It's pretty good for dates when you have dates that are continuing in a sequence. So we did look at how to copy a cell using sequence versus copy. So let's change that to a yes, so it becomes green. We looked at how to remove duplicates. Freeze pane. For instance, if I wanted to scroll up this list but not lose this heading, I would select below that and look at View, Freeze pane, Click free spin. So when I scroll up now, that remains on top. So we did free spin, or we just did. We looked at how to create macros and how to use macros. Alright, now absolutely, I expect that you may have questions. Feel free to email me. That's my email address, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. This 24-minute video is longer than it should have been, but I think if you have it, then you can get to it to sort of master these skills. And feel free, if you have persons on your team you want to empower with this set of skills, or if there's anything else that they do in Excel or Excel can do that you need help with, feel free to email me. I'll be happy to help you. Alright, thank you for watching.